So, hello ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the first day Frameless Forum at the Jena Fulldome Festival. Today is Thursday, May 14th, and we continue with our Frameless Forum discussions and presentations by introducing Johannes Osterburg. He's a student in the university in he will tell me right now which university he's on. So actually, if Johannes can hear me, Johannes, can you hear me? Are you online?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. So there you are. Hello, hello. Yes, please tell us, which is the university that you study in?
I'm studying in the University of Merseburg, the University of Applied Sciences.
Okay. So now for some people who know the Jena Fulldome Festival decision know that Merseburg has a little Fulldome Planetarium, which is directed by Mechthild Meinike. And as far as I know, Mechthild Meinike is your teacher. Is that right, Johannes?
No, she's not my teacher. She is the manager of a project I'm in. And also is the head of, as far as I know, the head of the planetarium there, yes, where I also do some projects.
Very good. So basically we know Mechthild Meinike from many visits that she paid to the Jena Fulldome Festival in the past. She was a lecturer in the Frameless Forum last year. So it's always nice to see how the network of people who've touched base with Jena are doing. But so the University of Applied Science in Merseburg, a very beautiful old city in central Germany. And you are there and you are involved in virtual reality. And maybe you can tell a little bit of your project and what brings you to the VR world.
Our project, it's the overall project is called immersive, something like immersive virtual reality. And I'm especially, can you still hear me because of the sound of the wind?
No, we liked that you are outdoors. That's okay.
Okay. I'm especially involved in the project Plenoxis. It's a VR game that is also playable in Fulldome, and there I'm modeling and designing the whole game, mainly except of the story and the things the characters say. I did nearly everything.
Okay, so this is particularly exciting for the Dome world. Not always are the VR world and the Dome world compatible, but when you say you've created a VR game that can be played in the Dome, I think you've got everybody's attention. So how do you manage? What can a gamer expect from your VR Dome game?
I would say 15 minutes or sometimes more of interesting place, some funny jokes, I hope, and also maybe a little bit of chemics. That's the main reason for the game, to tell you at least a few things about chemical reactions. I don't know the English word. It's Querner-Verfahren. I would say it's definitely still upgradable so that you can understand more, but I hope at least at the level we are now, you could maybe understand a little bit, or at least know what elements are used and what come out.
Okay, now I have to admit, in my chemistry teaching, I was not so familiar with the Querner procedure that I would know what it is, but this is why we have people like you preparing educative, fun gaming things that can bring this closer to people. before we before we look into a little bit of this project, I'd like to just announce. Many people know we had to migrate from the Jena Planetarium to the Cyberdome, to the virtual streaming festival, which we now enjoy and get many people involved. But of course, we want to return to our mother womb, to the Jena Dome. We plan to do this in fall this year. And I would like to invite Johannes and his team to present the VR chemistry lesson fun game live in the Dome in the Jena Planetarium in the second half of the festival, which then will be present with people in the planetarium. This is, of course, I have to ask, will it be ready and presentable in fall, your project?
I'm sure it will be. At the moment, it's mainly just playable in VR, but I'm working on Fulldome, at least when I am able to do this again. At the moment, I'm not. But yeah, definitely in fall, it will be playable. Maybe still not perfect, but definitely playable.
Perfect. That sounds very confident. And the Frameless Forum is there to really exchange about also work in progress. Nothing has to be perfect, but everybody has to be passionate. And so we are really excited that you're working with your team on this project. So as far as I know, we get a chance to look into a little bit of a preview of this project, which we can show to our audience. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just a very small insight of into the game, but I think you can see what we want in this game.
So I'll ask our studio officials, the magnificent technical team, to play this little tidbit of the game. And when that's over, it's only a short one, I'll get back to you, Johannes, and ask you what we've just seen. So let's start the video now.
Wer weckt mich? Ich brauche meinen Schönheitsschlaf. Meine Schaltkreise sehen nicht von allein so schön geordnet aus.
Eine Krankheit hätte sich eigentlich nie ausbreiten dürfen.
Wusstest du, dass schwarz-weiße Kühe mehr weiß als schwarz sind? Habe ich zumindest gehört. Ich habe noch nie eine Kuh gesehen.
Entscheide dich jetzt. Bring das Gewächshaus wieder zum Laufen. Oder tu das Richtige und zerstöre es.
Wusstest du, dass wenn man lange genug ein Computerspiel spielt, man so einen komischen, fiepsenden Ton im Ohr hat?
Okay, thank you very much, Johannes. That was a very early lifting the veil of your game. What is it that we've just seen?
The first thing you see and hear is Nomi. It's a character we introduced very early in the game, and who is, or at least intended to be, your companion. And maybe you can see it should be a little bit funny, and maybe I don't know the name anymore, but it's definitely like a few other sidekicks we see in other games. And then you can hear the people who are against you in this game. I don't know how to say it in English.
Well, they are the enemies, for instance.
Yeah, they are the enemies. Not real enemies to you. It's more like you have to make decisions in this game. So you have to decide for the future. This is also what you can hear in the end. And if you are passionate enough to look until the end of this clip, you can even hear something that is also a little bit funny. We have a few more characters there. It's just a brief look into this game, but I think you get the mood we intend to have in this game, and also how funny and how interesting it should be. Of course, you don't see everything you can see in the game, because otherwise it wouldn't be interesting anymore.
Yeah, but thank you for letting us see this preview. I'm very excited to meet your friendly, funny gnome and the other allies or enemies or challenges that we may encounter in the game. Let me ask you, when it's presented in the Dome, which I know you're working on, how many players can, shall we say, compete or cooperate or play together this game?
It's intended to be a single-player game.
Okay.
So to play it in Fulldome, there is one person playing, and how to make decisions, so where you go or so, this is up to you, how many people are involved in these decisions. But it's just a single-player game, at least if it comes to, I don't know the name in English.
Well, it's a single-player game.
To control.
That's a perfect definition of a single-player game. No, that's fine.
Game, just control.
And I think many of the audience have their appetite whetted and will be excited to meet you and the game and the gnome in fall. So thank you very much, Johannes Osterburg.
You're welcome.
We see you in fall and keep working on the chemistry of it all. So thank you very much and goodbye.
Bye.